Oh, I do have a lighter. Okay. Okay. It's got a. There's actually me fulfilling a request from user. His name is LT Vester. He said, "Have you ever thought of making a how to be lazy or something similar of that nature? It's something I struggle with, and I think learning what not to do will help." Well, I'm not going to be telling you what not to do. I'm going to be telling you what to do to be a lazy fuck. This is actually one of the few videos that I've made a list for. Smoking peppermint. I got a lot of comments saying this looks like purple. Oh shit, it kind of does. Kind of does look purple. Not gonna lie to you. It's orange. It's just I'm using a Nexajo camera. That's actually kind of cool. It looks pink. It's actually pretty sweet. It's like orange in real life. It's just the camera's a little shit. That's legitimately cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, how to be a lazy fuck. If you want to be lazy, listen, you have to truly believe in your laziness. You have to want to not progress at all. And then you have to you have to actionably do the things that I tell you in this video, and you will be lazy, okay? That's our goal today, is to be as lazy as possible. I watched porn twice this morning. I was not proud of that at all. We're going to change that. Anyways, how to be lazy. Step 1, never seek to understand your subconscious or your shadow. So if you don't know what the shadow is, please watch the last video I just uploaded called You Are Evil. Or just Google what The Shadow Is by Carl Jung, Jung. Google that, and after you read it, avoid doing everything that talks about. If you want to be lazy, do not understand your psyche. That's probably one of the worst things you could do is understand who you are as a person. So we want to kind of ignore our subconscious and our conscious. The subconscious and the conscious mind, we want to separate them as far as possible to be lazy as fuck and depressed. Because when you marry them is when you start succeeding in understanding yourself and your innate desires and things like that. And that's kind of the last thing we want if you were trying to be a lazy son of a bitch. Doesn't that make sense? I think that makes sense. Okay? You can never understand what you really want. So your instincts and desires and things like that, the things that are congruent across, all human souls, don't look that up. Do not figure that out. Do not figure out what men want if you're a man. Do not figure out what women want if you're a woman. Don't do it, because then you'll be like, oh, okay, well, I understand that I could actually do these things if I put a little bit of effort in. And the last thing we want, let me tell you, is some fucking effort, because that's completely antagonistic to our goals of being a lazy bitch here. Does that make sense? So do not look up the unconscious mind and its desires. Do not Google the collective unconscious. Whatever you do, do not understand about your shadow. Do not look it up. It's bad for you if you're trying to be lazy. Number 2, do not set any goals. Do not set any goals. And even more important than this, do not set any micro goals. So, like, these successful fucking faggots, what they do is they set goals and then they set micro goals in between so that they can track the progress to their goals a little bit better and actually see themselves moving in a timeline towards success in the future. Can you believe that stupid fucking bullshit? What do you want to be? A millionaire? Fucking pussies. We don't do that over here. We are losers, okay? So instead, what we're going to do is we're kind of just going to live willy-nilly day to day and not write anything down. We're not gonna reflect ever on our progress towards these things. We're not gonna look into our motivations to doing things and things like that. And we're not ever going to change our goals due to the newly acquired information that we've learned about life. So keep the same exact goal no matter how much information you get. No matter how contrary your new views seem to your old goals, do not change those goals if you're trying to be lazy, because then you'll naturally fall out of motivation to achieve success, and that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for the maximum motivation loss here. So whatever you do, do not adjust your goals given time. Keep the same goals no matter what anybody tells you, no matter what you think, no matter if it makes logical sense, no matter if you sit and write everything down and it makes sense to change goals given the pros and cons that you've written, do not change the goals because that's fucking stupid. You're a dumbass, legitimately, if you want to do that. We're trying to be lazy. We're the laziest motherfuckers on the planet. Do not write your goals down. Do not write a map. Don't ever do this, by the way. Don't ever write your end goal and then write backwards on how you're going to achieve that. Don't listen to these, dumbass influencer people that are trying to get you to improve and self-improve. It's not real. It's not real stuff. Stop it. It's propaganda. The Jews are trying to enslave your mind. Do not progress. Number 3, never do any research to prove yourself right. So whenever this is interesting, by the way, because successful fucking queers, what they'll do this. They'll like come up with an idea or find one online, and what they'll do is they'll sit and like do a bunch of research to prove themselves correct so that they can believe that idea more wholeheartedly, and it'll become more truthful to them as time goes on. So what you want to do is not that. Once you find like an inkling of something being true, just believe that. That's fine. That's enough. All you need is like the bare minimum. Because if you believe it, you believe it. Does that make sense? So that's literally all you need to do is like kind of believe something. Don't do any research. Research is literally a waste of time. Because think about it. You could be doing other things. You could be being lazy, for example, instead of doing research. You could be not doing research. So you could be sitting around, maybe watching TV, jerking off like I was this morning, like a piece of shit, not gonna lie. Or you could fucking, I don't know, just be doing anything else, wasting your time. You could be doing things that aren't necessary. You could be procrastinating, things like that. Also, here's another one. Do not like look up. So, I mean, some people will do this, right? Kind of crazy. One sec. I feel like this is burning kind of fast. So people will like figure out that they have something going on that bothers them. So for example, they'll say, why do I have trouble confronting my coworker? And instead of just sitting with that and not doing anything about it, they'll look it up and like try and find out about themselves or find out if somebody online has answers to that. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't improve. We're being lazy here. Stop it. Stop! Enough! Enough with the self-improvement. Enough! It's not real. None of this shit is good for you. What, are you going to be a better person? Like a fucking piece of shit? No. You're going to be lazy like the rest of us. Do nothing. Do nothing. If you find yourself self-sabotaging, do not look up how to fix that. Do not watch a video titled Carl Jung reveals the reason you struggle with self-sabotage. Do not watch this. If you struggle with self-sabotage, just deal with it. Don't watch videos by psychoanalysts, by psychotherapists, by people who understand the human mind and the subconscious mind and the collective unconscious of the entire human population from history to now. Don't look up these works. It's not good for our goals of being a lazy motherfucker. Does that make sense? It's very easy. This is a short video. It's 9 minutes long right now, just about. Because this is simple stuff. Now, by the way, if you've made it this far in the video, you're already going against your goals. Okay? You don't want to... You're learning. I told you not to research. Right now, I'm teaching you how to be lazy. Just don't do anything. Stop it. Turn the video off. Go fucking lie down. Go lie down. Don't go to the gym or work out. You know? I have something to admit, by the way. After I film this video, I'm about to hit a solid fucking workout. And I'm going to feel ashamed of it afterwards. I'm admitting that right now. I'm going to feel very bad that I fucking grew my legs and my chest and my back and improved my mental cognition and got blood flow running through my circulatory system and my respiratory system. Well, not blood flow through my respiratory system, obviously, but I feel bad about that, man. I'm going to be honest. I feel a little bit guilty about, getting getting the blood pumping, and getting some mental clarity. I feel bad about that, but I'm letting you know because I'm an open and honest person. That's why you watch this channel. I'm honest. You know, I've never lied in this video. Okay? I'm telling you about a workout so that you could do what or you could not do what I do. I'm making mistakes right now. I'm fucking up. Working out is a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen. By the way, if you're trying to avoid working out and like not go to the gym and things like that, I have some advice for you too. 10 minutes in, let's just keep going. Because I know how to be a lazy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself like in the gym and you want to get out of the gym, what you have to do is keep the same gym goals. So that way, when you plateau, you could just stay there and then just fall off and not go and lose the motivation. That's kind of what we're doing. The worst thing you could do to stay lazy is to like change your gym goals as your life goes on. Like, for example, I know this fucking moron who knows that what he wants to do is 3 or 4 main things. 1, he wants to look good for women. 2, he wants to look good for himself and the people around him because he represents his family and his partner and himself. And he has discipline and he wants to exude that externally. 3, he wants to be physically threatening to the men around him because there's just a certain type of energy that comes with that, and that's something he wants to hold. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I think this guy's a dumbass personally. And 4, he wants to be capable enough to lift things and move things that the average person can't so that he could help, especially women, in their times of need. So if a box needs getting moved, he wants to be able to lift it for some fucking reason that doesn't make any sense to me personally. I promise you, I don't get it. I don't understand why the fuck he'd want to do this. So since he has these goals that he's specifically outlined and has realized, now he can shape his workout regime to fit these specifics. Don't do this ever. Do not sit and think about what you want. Don't, it's so easy. Isn't this great that we have these examples of these fucking morons that are just going around like exercising, first of all, literally couldn't imagine, and like setting goals, serious goals that make sense and are logical so that they could perform advancements towards the ends and the means of these goals. That's the dumbest. Is that not literally the dumbest shit you've ever heard? Doesn't make any fucking sense. So, there's an answer to that question. Here's how to be a lazy motherfucker. So basically, in conclusion, don't ever recognize your goals and what you want. Do not do any research ever. There's no point if you think about it because you probably know everything anyway. Never seek to understand your subconscious and your shadow. Whatever you do, don't integrate your subconscious and your conscious mind. Keep that as far away from one another as possible so that you could stay lazy, depressed, and confused as you gather information and time on this earth. The last thing you want is to make sense of everything around you. So, if you want to stay lazy, just, separate those two and, keep your same goals in the gym, never change them. So if you guys have any more questions, things you want me to answer, let me know. I feel like I did pretty good with that one. Have a nice day. Or don't. By the way, sit around, be lazy, and eat like shit.